If you enjoy the stories I share here, please consider supporting my channel by subscribing. Your subscription truly motivates me to keep creating content. Thank you so much. Now, let's dive into today's story. I never set out to cheat. That's what people never seem to understand. They assume it's always about lust, thrill, or some hidden desire to blow up a perfectly good life. But that's not how it happened for me. The truth is, I was just exhausted. Exhausted from feeling invisible in my own life. Tired of smiling through silence. And if I'm being brutally honest, I didn't even realize how unhappy I had become until it was already too late. It began slowly, quietly, the way all dangerous things usually do. My husband, David, and I had been together for 9 years, 6 of those married. We had the house, the routines, and the dinner parties with the same 3 couples every other Saturday. From the outside, we looked like the picture of stability. But on the inside, something had hollowed out. He no longer asked how my day had been. I stopped caring what time he came home. Some nights, we sat across the table like coworkers sharing a mandatory lunch break. No arguments, but no passion either. Just silence. Then came Ethan. I met him at work. He was new, confident, slightly younger, but not in a reckless way. He listened when I spoke, really listened, and laughed at things I'd long forgotten could even be funny. At first, it was harmless. Coffee breaks. Casual compliments. But it grew like weeds through concrete cracks. One rainy afternoon, we both got caught outside the office under a narrow awning. He looked at me, really looked at me, and said, "I bet no one tells you how beautiful you are anymore." My stomach flipped. I told myself it was just attention, that I could handle it, that I'd never cross a line. But truthfully, I already had. Because the moment I started checking my lipstick before walking past his desk, I had stepped over it. The affair began on a Wednesday. Ridiculous, right? You imagine these things happen with dim lighting and hotel balconies overlooking the city. But no. Ours began in his tiny apartment with cheap takeout and a movie we never finished. I told myself I deserved it. That maybe this would awaken something in me. Make me feel alive again. And it did, at first. Ethan was fire to David's ice. He said things David hadn't said in years. He noticed when I changed my hair. He brought me coffee just the way I liked it without asking. And like a fool, I began to believe what we had was something real. That maybe this secret, tangled mess of lies was the life I was meant to live. But secrets? They never stay hidden. And when it all came crashing down, it happened in the worst way. David had never once shown suspicion. Not that I could tell. Until one night, I came home late and found him sitting in the living room. The glow from his laptop lit up his face in the dark. He didn't yell. He didn't cry. He just turned the screen toward me. It was a photo. Ethan and me, sitting in a diner near his place. My hand rested on Ethan's. We were laughing. Someone had taken the photo through the window. I don't know how long the silence lasted. It felt eternal. Finally, David said, "I was going to surprise you with a weekend trip. I thought we needed a spark, but I guess I'm too late." I wanted to say something. Anything. Apologize. Explain. Beg. But what words could make it right? The next day, he packed a bag and left. No screaming. No discussion. No second chance. Just gone. I ended things with Ethan that same week. Suddenly, all the magic between us felt dirty. He wanted me to move in, to start fresh, start over. But I couldn't even look at him without feeling sick. I hadn't just hurt David. I had destroyed myself in the process. I kept hoping time would fix it. That David might come back once the pain dulled. But weeks turned into months. And then, I saw the photo. A mutual friend had posted it online. David, smiling, standing beside a woman I didn't recognize. Her hand was in his. They looked happy. I stared at the photo for hours. And that's when the loneliness hit me like a freight train. I wasn't just alone. I was invisible. Ethan was gone. David had moved on. Our shared friends quietly drifted toward him, unsure of what to say to me. My phone stayed silent. Weekends felt endless. I had my job, my apartment, my wine, But no one. I began to replay everything. The way I justified the affair. The way I confused attention for affection. The way I destroyed the one thing that had ever truly mattered. And the cruelest part? I wasn't even truly unhappy back then. Not compared to now. What I had with David wasn't fireworks, but it was real. It was a quiet love. A safe love. And I threw it away for a few stolen months of excitement. Eventually, I reached out to him. Not to win him back, just to say I was sorry. 2 weeks later, he replied. I forgive you, he wrote. But I'm finally happy now. And I hope someday you will be too. That message shattered me. Because I realized he wasn't angry anymore. He had healed. Moved on. Found someone new. While I was still stuck, spinning in a loop of regret and emptiness. People always say cheating is about finding something that's missing. But no one ever talks about the hole it leaves behind once the illusion fades. No one talks about how isolating it is to wake up and realize you were the villain in your own story. I wasn't happy, but I never imagined I'd end up this alone. And now, every time I hear a couple laugh beneath my window or see two hands intertwined on the subway, I'm reminded of what I had, what I destroyed, and what I may never get back.